Very straightforward, right? You prompt, you generate, you download, you make the music, you bring it all into Premiere. You got to do the narration. I didn't take you through the narration step, but basically, let's see, maybe I can throw that up real quick. Descript, sign in. At least you guys won't have to watch me sign in, even if you have to hear me narrate it. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Haus Media Systems video series. That's such a mouthful. I stumble on it every day. Probably needs a little work. But yeah, welcome back. I wanted to follow up today about the video I made yesterday based on a poem by the Instagram user Torah Chanter. I demonstrated kind of how I demonstrated that I had built this video. I didn't really get too much into the weeds, so I'd like to take a deeper dive on that today. I've actually been playing around with a few different video platforms and AI editing platforms, so I'm going to do it a little bit differently than I did yesterday. But the point to all that is, like, there's really no one way to do any of this stuff. You know, these different AI platforms, a lot of them do different variations on the same thing. If you look at, Descript versus like Firecut versus Gling versus AutoCut, a lot of them do very similar things. I'm sure they use, different AI models, and different programs will have different strengths. And some of them are specialized, like the Udio platform. You just make music there. And I don't know of any other music generating website. I'm sure there are others, but this is the only one I know about currently. So it's the only one I'm using. Yeah, here we go. 30 seconds. Call this Fly With Me. I don't know if that's the title. I don't know if there really is a title, but anyway, here we go.
Come with me. Take flight through the clouds. The earth is not so special. When you are in the presence of greatness, you will act in accordance with the Most High. The body is born and dies, but the Most High eternally resides in the clouds above, beyond the earth, beyond the material. So take a step, walk forward, leave the ground, fly with me through all that is all.
There it is. Pretty simple at the end of the day, right? So anyway, like I said, I was playing around with some different tools, new to me kind of tools, and I can show you what I did there. So if we jump over to, ChatGPT, I can kind of run you through my process there. So let's jump over there. So this is all the work I had done there yesterday, but below that I wrote, can you craft me, oh wait, no, sorry, went back too far. Underneath all of that, I had asked GPT to give me elaborate video prompts using successful techniques for CinemaFlow AI to evolve each of these stills into a video. And CinemaFlow AI is the video engine for Sora, which is a pretty popular destination for AI content and AI, functionality in media. So he came up with there's like 9 lines in the poem, so I got a prompt for each one. And then what I did is I went to the CinemaFlow website, put these all in, and came up with these cool videos for each one, right? I mean, the jury's out on kind of how superior the CinemaFlow AI stuff is. You've got some weird, uncanny valley stuff here, but in general, it's very aesthetic, nice high resolution, cool movement, and you can be pretty targeted about how things move, etc. And sometimes I wish some of the clips were longer than 5 seconds, but that's actually not a huge deal for this particular project. So then what I did is I made a new project in Premiere, and I'm just going to bring in the content from CinemaFlow that I generated. So I'll bring in all 9 of these. And then, I'm not going to change the music or the narration from yesterday. So I'll just bring in the full export of Fly With Me that I had made yesterday. It's January 15th. It's Fly with music, right? And then I'll just make a timeline of that, get rid of the video, and I can just kind of start bringing in these videos. Got to fill the frame there. But
Come with me. Take flight through the
right. So really doesn't need a ton of work here. I can kind of go by where the audio waveforms are in the timeline to see where the breaks are. All right, so let's see how whoops, these all need to be fill the frame.
Come with me. Take flight through the clouds. The earth is not so special. When you are in the presence of greatness, you will act in accordance with the Most High.
All right, and then is this acting in accordance with the Most High?
You will act in accordance with the Most High. The body is born and dies.
Oh, yeah, so go to 6.
In accordance with the Most High, the body is born and dies. But the Most High eternally resides in the clouds above, beyond the earth.
Clouds above. And probably just extend these last few a little bit. Actually, here's what I could do. Get this to the end, bring this one out.
Come with me. Take flight through the clouds. The earth is not so special. When you are in the presence of greatness, you will act in accordance with the Most High. The body is born and dies. But the Most High eternally resides in the clouds above, beyond the earth, beyond the material. So take a step, walk forward, leave the ground, fly with me through all that is all.
Yeah, just forgot to rescale that last one. But that's it. That's all it takes. So, I think that's pretty good. It's definitely kind of a step up from yesterday. Very, very straightforward, right? You prompt, you generate, you download, you make the music, you bring it all into Premiere. You got to do the narration. I didn't take you through the narration step, but basically, let's see, maybe I can throw that up real quick. Descript, sign in. At least you guys won't have to watch me sign in, even if you have to hear me narrate it. All right, so I can show you what I'm doing here. I would just call this sample. And basically, I would write something, right? So this is me writing something. And I've got Cedric. So we can kind of hear what that sounds like. It's generating AI speech.
This is me writing something.
Right? It's as easy as that. You've got different voices. Here's Dolores. We'll take her a second. We can clip that out and edit.
This is me writing something.
Right? It's really, really easy to get these done. There's Imogen, who's very posh. We like posh.
This is me writing something. This is me writing something.
So you can see down here in the timeline when the waveform shows up, that's how you know the audio has been generated. So anyway, those are all the steps. Very straightforward. And I realize that, this is not something a lot of people are going to connect with from a technical perspective. So, my offer to anyone out there trying to make content is reach out to me, info@haus.video, haus.video, and I'll do it with you for free for 30 minutes, right? I'll walk you through this process. I'll show you how to do it. You can take notes or whatever. And then, if you want me to build you a tool to kind of take this all into one application that you can just kind of feed your words into or your images or whatever whatever your ambition might be. We can talk about that. If you want to hire me to generate content on your behalf based on your work, can definitely talk about that too. But it doesn't cost anything to get started, so I would encourage you to reach out. I'm also looking for ideas. Tell me what you want to see here. Tell me what, content you'd like to see me generate based on what, and if it makes sense, I'll do a show on it. So that's it for today. Thanks for joining. Again, I'm Gabe Tannenhouse. This is the Haus Media Systems video series. You can check out my website at haus.video. That's haus.video. And you can also get me on email, info@haus.video, haus.video. Or you can just call me on the phone. My phone number is 347-770-3453. Thanks, and we'll see you tomorrow. We'll do something brand new tomorrow.